Naitwa Ndura Waruingi, Apostle Ndura Waruingi kutoka. Originally, I come from MOLO. I reside in Nairobi, but Nakuru is my hometown. I'm born again. I'm a Christian, and I'm the founder of the synagogue. The synagogue is a church or the ministry in Nairobi, and we are based at Coffee Plaza, mezzanine floor. That is where we are based. But originally, I come from MOLO. We also had founded another organization, apart from now the synagogue had founded another organization by the name Mungiki. I know when I mention this name, kila mtu anatetemeka hivi. It's a huge name, it's a powerful name. But I thank God for everything. I thank God because He's special, He's wonderful to me. Yes, I'm the one who founded the organization Mungiki, which is also associated with many atrocities in this country, more especially in Rift Valley, in also parts of Nairobi, parts of central Kenya, parts of Mombasa. And it's a widely organization that was associated with crime and various atrocities. It was unfortunate because that was not my intention, that was not the intention of the organization. But it turned out to be that the organization ilikuja ikakuwa mbaya because of maybe company or maybe the dislike of the status quo, the people who are in the government, who used us and again later dumped us altogether. All that, we say that all things work together for good. Everything you see happening, things that don't happen, just don't happen. They happen with a reason. I'm happy to be back in Nakuru again. I'm happy to be back in Moro again because of we have an issue. And being born in Molo constituency, I grew up in Molo constituency, and in Molo constituency birthed a lot of bad and negative things. One being the tribal clashes, both in 1992, one, and 1989. And another one was the 2008-2007 post-election violence that left so many people homeless, so many people landless, so many people without faith, without hope. And in one way or the other one, I was also involved because that's where I come from. And when the clashes were too strong, when the people were fighting, that's where my parents were. We had to go back there and rescue our parents. And you can imagine rescuing your parents from the jaws of people who are yearning for their blood. It required some kind of militant operations to be able to rescue your parents from being mauled, being destroyed or killed, or the houses being demolished or burned down. But all in all, after so many years, and after leaving and coming out of Mungiki, I went back to school for religious studies. I did my theology, my first degree, my second degree. I'm in my third degree in various subjects pertaining to the social life. It was pertaining to the psychology, science of addictions, and also in the Bible, theology itself, and religion. You know, there is theology and there's religion. And I've been able to go through well. And after that, I decided now to embark in a mission of finding myself through the ministry, serving God, worshiping God, and doing everything that pertains God. And because of that, when I founded the organization, the synagogue, I also founded a foundation, a real foundation, that's Mfalme wa Amani Foundation, because that is where my heart is, to see to it that, yes, there were atrocities. There are people, until today, they are suffering because of repercussions. Until today, some people are no longer in their pieces of land. Until today, there are people who've never recovered. And all these people, they just needed somebody to give them an encouragement, both the Kalenjins, both the Kikuyus, the Kisis, the Luyas, the citizens of this country. They needed somebody to just come and encourage them and tell them there is still hope. And that is what Jesus came to tell us. That is what Jesus' mission was about, to give that hope to people. And as a follower of Jesus Christ, I have immediately, after school now, I have immediately embarked on a peace mission throughout the country. And I'm starting it from MOLO because that is where I was born, that is where I grew up, that is where I have the history, that is where I have the understanding of the history of Kenya violence. It is, if you mention the name MOLO, it automatically gives you the history of violence in this country because it has given birth to many things. Remember, in those years of 53, 54, 55, 56, until up to 57, Molo was a slaughterhouse where all the Kikuyus who ran away from Central coming to the valley, they were captured and taken to Molo, where now the Molo Stadium is. That is where there was a prison for the white people, where they used to kill those people who came from Central Kenya. Again, that is the same place where we had the tribal clashes, both the first and second. The people who ran away from their farms, they were settled in Morok Stadium for maybe repatriation to be taken back to Central Kenya, others to be taken back to Kisumu, others taken back to Kericho, all parts of the country. It was like a center, a holding ground where people were repatriated. But the whole thing is, Moro has never seen peace. Even if it seems it has peace, people are struggling. The repercussions. The people used to farm in their farms. People used to do a lot of things in their day-to-day life. They are no longer doing it because maybe they are not at ease with the settlement. The Kikuyus are not at peace with Kalenjins. The Kalenjins are not happy with the Kikuyus and also Kisis, the Luyas, the Kambas, the Turkanas, the Maasais. Of late, you've had skirmishes in Mount Narok. And all these things is because that we have tensions. And these tensions is just because there's no one who has ever tried to address the tension itself to see why did it come and why did we have the tribal clashes and why did people die. That is why I'm coming back. I was wanting to start a journey from Murang'a where I don't belong. I have to start from home. I have to tell my people, I have to show the world I started from home. This is my home. And first of all, you must make your people where you come from, believe in you so that you can start a journey together. Number one. Number two, Molo is historically is a black spot. We call it those constituencies, the larger Molo. That's where Kamara, Orenguruoni, Kirisoi, Njoro. This is the larger Molo constituency, and the larger Nakuru also district. And it has been a point where demonic activities have happened. In Moro Stadium, where the stadium is, that is where they had a jail where Kikuyus were killed by the white men. The Kikuyus ran away from Central Kenya. That is where they were killed. So that is, and go to near Kibunja. There is old houses near Kibunja. As you enter tomorrow, that is where we had one detaining camp. That old house was a detaining camp. As you go to Orenguruoni, at a place called Moto, there's other old houses there, and the Mona farm, that's where we had another holding ground. And as we come into where we have Kirenget water in Nyaturi, there was another place where they had a holding ground. So, and another from Rondiani, near a place called Mau Summit. Mau Summit is a Mzungu that were called Cement. That was his name. So those are the people who are positioned to make sure they brutally kill the African people. So after many, many years, there are four things that have happened. As you come from Elbagon to Molo, after Turi, there's a place they call Munju. Munju, 28 people died in one morning. It's a grave. There is a monument they put there. As you approach Salga, some 200 people were burned to death. There's a Sachangwan, and still the grave is there. As you come from the Orenguroni near a place called Mona or Kiambu, another 22 people died one morning. And just the other day, 50 people died from the other side of Londiani. All those are the four gates of entering to MOLO. And all these, it has been like a sacrifice because I know most of you must have gone to Londiani, the accident of Londiani. Oil, mafuta ilikuwa imemwagika, grease ilikuwa imemwagika, but there was no blood. Did you ask yourself, where did the blood go? And 54 people are dead. The people are dead there, but no blood. What could have happened? So that is why we are going to MOLO to cleanse that area. Could be it's because of bloodshed that was shed long time ago. Could it be because it's because of our evil activities? That could be. And also you see Mungiki also started from MOLO. And Mungiki was involved with a lot of atrocities. And could it be there is something haunting us that we need to look at? Could it be it's a foundation that is killing people?